Hey Gold Diggers, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of Get Lit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. For today's episode, we're gonna talk about online sales, what to do every single day to increase them. And if you think about what we're supposed to do on social media, it's to increase our online sales. And you're never gonna believe the simple strategy that I use every single day to grow my business to multiple 7 figures. Stay tuned. So for this episode, as I said, we're going to talk about online sales and what you can do every single day to increase them. So when it comes to online sales, this is literally what you need to do. And I want you to think about how you can do this, how you can show up every single day. And that is to serve, mentor, and offer value every single day, and then make it to the DM. Write that down. You're gonna serve, you're gonna mentor, you're gonna offer value through your content, how you're showing up, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way into the DMs, we're gonna make our way into Messenger, and we are gonna work on uncovering pain points. And I'm gonna walk you through all of this. When we uncover the pain points, what we're going to be able to do is to pre-qualify our leads, turn them into qualified prospects, and decide if they are the right fit for what we have. Too many times when I work with the students in our programs, I see them trying to pitch to everyone. This is why cold messaging doesn't work. Someone had just messaged me and she said, hey, we hadn't talked. She said, hey, we are raising money for this fundraiser. If you buy a case of wine from like Wine for Us or whatever it's called, then you will get, you'll help with that. And then we've got this great deal. And I said, oh, I'm celebrating 4 years of sobriety. I mean, seriously, if she even watched like any of my videos, she would know that, okay? We actually had a marketing agency we worked with, and we ended up firing them because they knew my story, and he literally, in the first email campaign he put together, used a GIF where everyone was slamming alcohol. And I was like, again, celebrating sobriety. Like, we cannot just sit there and treat everybody like a number. We have to slow down. And the very best way to do this is by offering the value, serving and connecting, and then being able to go into the DM and be able to identify the pain points. You should not be pitching. You shouldn't be sending that link until you have done this step. Now, I know you're probably wondering, all right, well, what does this look like with practical application? So what we're gonna do is every single day when we're creating that content, we're gonna think to ourselves, okay, when you think about your ideal avatar, have them in mind, and you have to ask yourself, how can I make their lives better? How can I make their lives easier? How can I teach them something, offer value, educate them, entertain, connect, inspire, motivate them? How can I actually do that? This is gonna be through your posts, through your stories, through your lives, through your TikTok, through your reels, Pinterest, whatever it is that you want to do, maybe sending an email. How are you going to serve your audience? Stop trying to sell them. You've got to slow down, okay? But when you stop trying to sell and you actually serve, you make more money. I know it's crazy, but literally every single day, I wonder, like, how did that person sign up on my team? How did that person become a customer? How did that new student come about to enroll in our programs? And I look back and I'm like, because I have been serving them this whole time and they had a pain point, I had a solution done. There's no convincing, there's no negotiating, there's no stalking them. Doesn't that sound freeing? So every single day I want you to ask yourself, how can I serve? How can I connect? How can I offer value? Now, after you do that, they are going to engage in your content in some way. So they might comment, they might react, they might vote on your poll, right? They might share, tag you. They might slide into your DM, okay? And I want you to say to yourself, okay, how can I jump into their DM and have a conversation? So let's say you did a post and your post was all about being able to live the life of your dreams, be able to work from home, wake up, sleep in, not have an alarm clock, take your kids to school and not go sit in a cubicle. And someone commented, oh man, I wish, that's my dream. Normally what people do is comment back and go, yeah, girl, totally feel you, whatever. They wouldn't do anything else. So they might give them a smiley emoji. No. I want you to look for opportunities to connect. You're gonna go into the DM and say, hey, Jane, I saw your comment on my wall about, not going to a cubicle, being able to stay home and have that time with your kids. Tell me a bit about that. Is that your long-term goal? Is that what you're looking to do, is to be able to stay home with your kiddos? So Jane is saying, yeah, like I am so sick of missing things, and I've been trying so hard to get my business going. I just can't seem to get it to go, right? Obviously she's like a perfect candidate, but let's just say we're not quite sure if she's qualified. So we're gonna say to Jane, oh my goodness, that was me 4 years ago. That's actually why I got into the online space, is because I was looking for a way to replace my income, get us out of debt, and be able to be home. And I couldn't get it figured out either at first. I struggled my first 6 to 9 months. So I understand where you're coming from. Now, are you looking to completely replace your income and stay home? Are you looking to do this part-time? Like what's the end game here? Do you notice how I'm not just like, oh, well, here's my link, you want to join my team? I mean, that's what everybody does. It's like, please make it stop, okay? What we want to do is we want to see Jane as a person. We want to put ourselves in her shoes. We want to remember what it's like to be Jane, where you're just like, I literally had like an 8-minute voice memo last night. So if you leave me 8-minute messages, try not to do that. Just try to type it out. But I was like, no, I'm going to listen to this message. And she was sobbing on it. She was sobbing on the message about her situation, her finances, her health, sobbing, okay? Why is she telling me all that? Because I have seen her as a person. I've gotten to know her and she feels comfortable. See people as people. Ask her questions. See what's going on with her. What is she trying to accomplish? And then you say, well, with what you're doing right now, do you think that you have the tools to do that? Whether it's weight loss, whether it's somebody who is trying to, overcome some issues with their skin, right? Or maybe they're like, I'm kind of curious about your skincare or collagen or whatever anti-aging product you sell. I've tried different things. Great. How's it working for you? That stuff you've been buying from the grocery store, right? Don't do that. How's that working for you? Have you seen a difference with that? Well, no, I haven't seen a difference. That's why I messaged you, Kimberly, right? I haven't seen a difference. Okay, well, if you haven't seen a difference with it, would you be open to checking something out that I have seen a difference for, and it's actually backed by science? I've been using it for 3.5 years, love it. Do you want to look at it? You want to check this one out because I love it, and this is why it's awesome. Versus, here's my link, here's my link, here's my link, right? We got to get away from that, okay? So what we're looking to do every single day is grab connections, grab possible connections all over social media. Because if you're showing up intentionally, you're on Facebook and Instagram and definitely in your stories, you're consistent every day, every single day, if you're adding new friends to your friends list, which you should all be doing, you're following new people on Instagram, every single day, you should have new leads. If you don't, you're not working your business, you're fake working. I'm serious, because I had no following. So if you're like, well, I don't have any friends on Facebook, go get some friends, okay? I don't have anybody on Instagram. Go follow some people on Instagram, post on Instagram, make it happen, get it going. Look at all the trainings I have on here for you. You can do this, but you gotta get really focused on what the purpose is when you're on social. The purpose is to serve. The purpose is to connect. The purpose is to get in their DM, ask questions, qualify them, find out the pain points, and if it's right, offer a solution, but slow down in the whole process. Quality, not quantity. If you follow that, the quality, not quantity, and really focus on connecting and having good relationships you're making, they may not buy today, but I'm telling you, overall, you will increase your online sales because you're gonna have so many people in your funnel that over time, they're just gonna close. Okay, so I want you to implement that today. If you love this video, make sure you subscribe or hit the follow or like button wherever you're watching this. And also take a screenshot of you watching it and tag me in my stories on Instagram at the Goal Digger Girl, GOAL, and I will give you a Goal Digger shout out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later.